Say on streets.
Our streets.
Say on streets. And made it.
Right.
Made it. Whose streets?
Our streets.
Word on the beat, word on the beat, word on the beat.
Time after time after time after time after time after time after
What up? It's your boy Bazz, and y'all tuned in to another episode of Ian's podcast. In this podcast particular, I'm gonna be taking y'all through a journey of me starting over my Robinhood account, starting fresh. For some of y'all that want to get into buying stock and investing your money into the stock industry, but don't know how to do it because you're starting from square one, I'm gonna be starting out just like you, using $5 to invest, and I'm gonna talk about the 5 companies and how I'm gonna do it. You feel me? The 5 companies I'm going to invest in and how I'm going to do it at the same time. So let's get into this podcast episode, man. So, 2020 was a up and down type of year. You feel me? Everybody experienced some type of gains and losses. You feel me? Had to readjust their lifestyles, and you feel me? Had to readjust how things were being done, things were being handled, and shoot, for some individuals, how their money was being made and what they were doing with their money. Me personally, I always, be thinking about different ways of how I can invest and, try to make my money work for itself, even, because money is something that was always a burden or a situation. Growing up in Detroit, man, you grow up in the hood, you feel me? Coming from the situation we came from, money was always a factor, you feel me? They say most divorces are caused by money, you feel me? Most crimes are committed behind money. A lot of, I ain't gonna say most, but I don't know the statistics behind that one. But I know a lot of crimes are committed behind money. And unemployment rate, you feel me, correlates with the crime rate. So a high unemployment rate, you feel me, is gonna cause a spike in crime rate. You feel me? So we ain't gonna go into all that right now. We gonna talk about these stocks. But that was just the motivation of why I got into stocks, and everybody got their own story. Hey, and I also want to say shout out to all the Ian's family members that's checking in, you feel me, that's tuning in with us, everybody that's subscribed, and everybody that had joined our Patreon program. The link is in the description below. But let's talk about these stocks, baby. So the first stock that's up on the list, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, my budget that I started out with, I had probably I started out with like $6, right? The first actual thing that I had bought was actually Bitcoin. Everybody was talking about hopping on the Bitcoin wave, so I hopped in with the Bitcoin. It's cryptocurrency, trade 24/7, 24 hours. So I hopped in on my Robinhood account and purchased $6 worth of Bitcoin. It went up, it went down, but I ended up selling it because I don't like how volatile Bitcoin is, and cryptocurrency ain't really my thing. Hey, it's a cool thing. I'm gonna just take more time to actually study the game and really get an understanding of it. Before I just start off with using that as my main driver. My main driver right now, which I acquired the most knowledge at, you feel me, investing more time into the game at, is in these stocks. So I was looking at my other portfolio, you feel me, and how that was working out for me. So then I kind of just went to the basics of it, and choosing these companies. Why? Because I was working with a $6 budget. You feel me? So after I got out of the whole Bitcoin thing, and let me let y'all know, I'm purchasing this. I'm purchasing pieces of an actual share because I'm not paying the full share price. Now, with my account on Robinhood, they let me pay any dollar price I can, and they basically will pay me out or give me whatever that share is equivalent in. So it could be point 0.5 of a share, 0.002, 0.02, 0.01% of a share, but it's still, you got some type of ownership within that share, and it can give you some type of return. And your dividends, if you choose a dividend stock, it's gonna be based off of that percentage. You feel me? Of that share that you own. So let's get back into it. You feel me? So what I was thinking about was just that. I was thinking about dividends, but at the same time, I was thinking about long-term growth stocks, man. Because this pandemic, man, it really showed me some things when it came down to business. Now, dividend stocks is good, dividend stocks is cool, but you gotta understand why some of these companies really paying dividends. They paying dividends to lure in people to buy their stocks. You feel me? Which helps keep their, business flowing. I do not want to invest in a company whose business model is selling stocks. You feel me? Just long story short, they're not just trying to get more, which a lot of corporations, basically do, but they try to, grow the actual company. So long story short, the number one on the list is going to be Amazon. You feel me? Amazon been making hella mergers. You feel me? And got so many acquisitions, buying Whole Foods and getting into the pharmacy market. And they also has their own distribution channels. And what I mean by that is they got their own airport system, I forgot what they call it, but basically they got the 2-day shipping. They can get your stuff to you in 24 hours, man. So them delivering food, delivering medicine, delivering everything. You feel me? They can deliver everything now. They deliver liquor. You feel me? And then during the pandemic, ain't no telling how long something like this gonna last and how it's gonna shift just the business market right now. You feel me? That's one of the biggest things, is getting things delivered to you, and purchasing online, which Amazon got the biggest inventory, but also one of the largest subscription, just holders. Like, they got hella subscribers, hella people that's paying for that Amazon Prime, you feel me, monthly, to get their products and things like that shipped, to get free services and free features. Now we gonna go down to the next one. I invested $1 into Amazon. The second one, Apple. Boom, I invested $1 into Apple. So why Apple? I don't know if any of y'all heard, probably on the previous episode I talked about when Apple did, I believe it was a 4-to-1 split. So if you own one share of Apple, or it turned into 4 shares, you feel me? And they was already growing and growing steadily, and they also pay out dividends. So this is a company, they have money. Like, Apple is a company that's doing very good right now. They sitting on a lot of money, which means that if something was to go wrong, they can buy their way out. And it's gonna probably be a minute before Apple goes bankrupt. And part of that is because they got a loyal piece of the market when it comes down to cell phones and just, the whole communication and electronic market. Or some of y'all don't know about stocks and stuff like that. They kind of talk about, they break these companies up, they categorize companies also by their market, and then that's how they can determine, what is their market cap. You feel me? And these market caps also change, but it's crazy how the game is being, dissected. You feel me, through a lens. But long story short, so let's get back into, talking about the actual list. So it was Apple, you feel me, because they wanted the household names, and they also a company that's sitting on a lot of money, and it's on a steady increase, you feel me, and they pay out dividends. The next one for me too was DTE. Yes, DTE, for y'all that don't know, DTE is a service, a utility. When I say utility, they service energy to the southeast region of Michigan. You feel me? And one of the biggest things about that is they service, like, I'm saying, like, if you think about it, they service a whole region of a state. That is who their clientele is. And one of the major cities that is in that region is Detroit. They service the whole Detroit region. So as a company, they're steady on the incline when you look at their numbers as far as stock price wise. But if you look at value and what they have to the just to the market, in the market that they're in, we're gonna always be paying bills. You feel me? No matter if it's private or public sector. And that means if it's companies that can compete for them contracts, or if it's just one company that's just servicing this area, and that's controlled by the government or something like that. But no matter what it is, the business that they're in is guaranteed for them right now. DTE. They don't really have no competitors trying to come get the Detroit energy market or nothing like that. So right now they're servicing one of the major cities in America. You feel me? And that's who their clientele is. So I invested into them, and also too, it was a personal reason. My mom, Dukes, you feel me, works at DTE, but then at the same time, she invested her day into it. I'm investing into it too. But then one thing that comes with investing in the DTE is another one of them dividend stocks. I'm not sure how much their dividends is, but it's another one of them dividend stocks. And then I'm gonna go on to the next one, which is Netflix. Yes, I did Netflix. The reason why I did Netflix was because of the subscription business model that they have when it comes down to live streaming your movies and TV series. I mean, the only other competition I really see with them is probably like an Amazon and Stars, but Stars is seasonal, baby. They only hot when power on. You feel me? So that was my whole thing with going with Netflix over all those streaming platforms. And another reason too is Netflix also up their price. They going up to like $20 now. You feel me? Because they seeing the big demand of, you feel me, online streaming. But at the same time, they also seeing that, the returns they're getting from producing and shooting their own series, which gonna cost them more money. And people love to see a company that's making more money. And when that price went up, it did a couple things for that stock value. So Netflix has been on a constant increase, you feel me, as far as stock value and as company value. So I'm invested in this Netflix because, you feel me, I'm optimistic, and I'm also reassured about where they can go, because Netflix is not only just a platform, they're into production now. So they're producing their own hit series and hit movies that's also being displayed on their own platform. You feel me? It don't get no better than that for its business model. And then last but not least, and I invested $1 to all 4 of those companies. We're gonna run it right back. Amazon, Apple, DTE, Netflix. Last but not least is T-Mobile. Yes, I invested in the T-Mobile. Why? Because T-Mobile, not only do they own Metro PCS, they also own Boost Mobile. Now, this is a big deal when you start thinking about cell phone providers and communications. Why? Because they basically supplied the whole lower tier, not even lower tier, but when you think about Android users, right? You think about Android users in America, some of the top services that are used, you feel me, are some of those companies that are able to, do the $30, $40, $50, $60 a month plan. But not only are they able to do those plans, they're in high populated areas like Detroit, you feel me, Atlanta, Houston, Tampa, Miami, you feel me, Cali. They out in these different places. Now, some of y'all might have Cricket, you feel me, and Cricket it falls under that same thing to me. Now, and with these bigger companies, these bigger umbrella companies, they owning these smaller little branches that supply everybody in your hood or everybody in your city, or majority of people in your city, then I feel like that's a good business right there, because you got clientele and you in the industry where people gonna always need their phones. Nowadays, kids is growing up using phones. I'm watching parents, they hand their phones off to their kids, you feel me, just to distract them. Little kids having phones at an early age. I ain't had no phone till I was probably like 12, 13 or something like that. But you know, they having them at 7, 8. But we ain't gonna get into all that, man. But that's just where I'm started at. And so far, man, the returns that I have got is 8 cents. I got an 8 cent growth. And that was you feel me? And that's pretty good. You feel me? We just starting out. I'm gonna see where this take me. I lost 4 cents I lost 3 cents on T-Mobile, which kind of did me that kind of messed with my little growth margins a little bit. But it's all good. We made it somewhere. So long story short, I'm going to end it with this right here, man. It's always good to invest, man. Invest to the future. It's not about where you started. It's just about just getting started. And that's one of the main things. And shout out to, Big Chris. He just dropped his new music. Y'all can go download it on Spotify. Artist out of Detroit. You feel me? Check him out. Go ahead and search Big Chris. You feel me? And it's your boy Bazz. Y'all can go stream me as well on Spotify. And if you really bought into what we're talking about and y'all want to really keep up with the journey and help us keep building this portfolio so we can keep dropping this knowledge, go join the family. We can also feature you on the podcast, or if you're a music artist, entrepreneur, brand, or something like that, man, we can have you featured and promoted on our outlets. It's our tribute and the benefit of being the Ends family member, man. We all in this together, and we all trying to make the most out of our current circumstance. Let's get it. It's your boy Bazz, and I'm tuning out. Peace.